Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Talitha and Zulika, and my friend Shofi and Rahmah. We would like to presentations about the applications for English teaching. And the first applications is BookTrack. BookTrack is a web-based application that allows users to create an audio soundtrack that syncs up to books and other text-based assignments. Studies have shown over and over that students have a much higher attention rate when their environment is filled with sound. Media book track has a good influence on students' reading ability in the student narratives. This can be seen from the pre-test that has been done. When the pre-test is done, students look very bored reading narrative text. The use of technology has become an important part of the learning process inside and outside the classroom. Teacher and student interactions, providing input and output that can be applied, helping students to develop thinking skill, making learning and improving to be more student concentrated, independence of students and helping them feel more confident, and increasing student motivations to learn language in an effective way. A very interesting research study found virtually all subjects perform moderately to significantly better on information retention tests after using book tracks and chance platform than they did after reading the same text on an enhanced ebook reader. A fascinating book track application lets you add soundtracks to books that you write or to download books with soundtrack. Book track classroom allows students to read ebook with a movie style or to create their own soundtrack for any story, easy or other text. Students can also create and publish their own book track and reading them on the web or on mobile phones and tablet. To get started, teachers can select from one of the hundreds of books already curated on the book track website or input their own text. Books found on their website already come with an awesome soundtrack and can be accessed without sign up for the service. So, how to go about it? Students have the choice of reading existing books from publishers on BookTrack's marketplace or creating their own books. To create their own book, they simply have to insert text and then sounds, which include music, ambience, and effect. Students highlight the part of the text they want to insert the sound into, choose from different categories, and listen to samples of those soundtracks. Once they have chosen all sounds needed, they can publish their book for others to read. BookTrack Classroom is available on the modern browser as well as on native iPhone, iPad, and Android-based smartphone and pad applications. BookTrack can be used in a variety of ways to engage with students. And then, below are just a few examples. The first is narrative writing. Students add music and audio to their original stories. And second is informative and explanatory writing. Students compose essays and articles selecting suitable audio to accompany their text. And the third is literature study. Students gain insight and increased understanding of the text by creating their own soundtracks for novels, stories, and plays they're reading in class. And last is read aloud. Teacher and student read alouds are engaged through the additions of sound and music to the chapter or acts being presented. So maybe that's all from me about book tracks, and the next application will be presented by Shofi Nurama.
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Shofi Rahmah as a second presenter. I would like to share about Padlet application in English teaching. And I'll give more explanation the importance of technology in English teaching. Application can enable teachers to help solve student learning problems and find methods to use what they have learned in an effective and meaningful way. In addition, the literature review shows that the use of technology play a key role in the language learning based on their own pace, helps in a self-understanding, doesn't stop interaction with teachers, and creates high motivation in students for effective language learning and skills. And what is Padlet application? Padlet is a web application that lets users post notes on a digital wall. Padlet lets those sticky notes have images, links, and video and be available with practically an internet-ready device. Padlet is a free online tool that is best described as an online notice board. Padlet can be used by students and teachers to post notes on a common page. And how does it being translated to classroom practice? Integrated these two theories combines with cognitive learning theory and the behavioral learning theory, and came up with four requirements for learning. The first one is observation, and the second is retention, and the third is reproduction, and the last is the motivation. And how to use Padlet for remote learning? Although there are many ways to use Padlet, the three following purposes are a great starting point. Introduce a topic during the engage phase of the lesson. Students post the Padlet to share prior knowledge or anticipate future learning. If, for example, students are going to be learning about historical convey, students create most about controversies they already know about. And make thinking visible. Padlet is a powerful active participation tool that can give you a clear picture of student understanding. During math class, students can use the drawing tool to show the steps to a problem. If students are working on a writing thesis, they can all post draft of their writing and give each other feedback and showcase work, whether during remote learning or in the classroom. Padlet is a favorite tool to use for students to publish their finished work. And three ways to use Padlet in classroom. The first one is brainstorming on a topic, statements, project, or idea. Give a statement students have to discuss or a project about which students have to brainstorm. Share the board and let students share their ideas and comment. This way, every student can see what the other thinks. You can discuss a few of the given answer with the whole class. And the second is live question bank. Let your students ask questions during the lessons. It's very handy when students don't understand something or need a better explanation. Stop your lesson 10 minutes early and go over the questions. This way, students who are afraid to ask questions can still ask their question anonymously. It gives a voice to every student in the room, even to the shy one. And the last is gather student work. When you let your student do some research on, for example, grade the historical quotes, you have all the articles and research on the same place. Other students can take a look at the research of someone else as well. And that's my explanation about Padlet application. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.